Welcome to this video, my broski. My name is good old Papa Slim as always, and my specialty here is to bring out the best and most brutal first-person shooter games out there. And if you like what you see today, remember to hit that like and smidge a little bit on that subscribe for a ton more stuff just like this. Now, let's dive into it. My broskis, today we're diving into Tremen, and this one has a brutal freaking setup that I am such a big fan of. Now, humanity tried an experiment to improve itself, and it went completely motherflipping wrong. Instead of creating something better, they created the mutants, now hunting everyone that is still normal down. Humans, they get enslaved, kept captive, and turned into food. And we play as a kid, living in a hidden bunker with his comatose father. Now, the father is wired into a system that lets him operate robots and convert dead human bodies into avatars. Avatars that we control out in the world and that acts as our lives in the game. 5 for each level. And this, my broskis, is where Tremen immediately hooks me. In the hub you actually see the father, the son, and the robot moving around that the father is controlling. In the dark and brutalist environment, that is. It's a ton of small details, but it adds so much life to the whole thing, and I can't help but love it. Now, Tremen is a fully handcrafted linear campaign-style first-person shooter. I want you to think Quake 2, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Soldier of Fortune, all of those combined in something that vibes incredibly hard. We got no procedural chaos, no roguelite loop, just focused old-school progression. It is a unplug your brain and unleash chaos type of game. But that said, it did get me at first. When I first saw the upgrade station in the hub, I had that, oh god, please don't be a roguelite moment. But no, the upgrade system is progression based. You explore levels, collect scrap and use it to improve your weapons. And that honestly just works really well because exploration and progression feels rewarding without making it feel forced. Now, the demo itself that I got to play and is bound to release for the public very soon, it is short but extremely solid. We get a tutorial, a hub world and 2 campaign missions. Both of those missions lean into a scrapyard theme, which the whole game does not, but these 2 levels do. One of them is set directly inside of a scrapyard, and the other is a maze-like area made out of compressed junk blocks. Very grimy, very industrial, and very fitting for the tone of the game. And when it comes to the enemies, the variety is already good in this small slice. You got rushers, shooters, tankier units, smaller fast units, acrobatic enemies bouncing around, and minigun carriers, as well as dominatrix. It keeps fights active and stops encounters from feeling samey, and bloody hell, they look insane! The designs are poster material on each and every one of them, in the most brutal and sickening way. Now, weapon-wise, in the demo we get fists, 2 pistols, a shotgun, 2 assault rifles, and an energy rifle. And here again, the weapon design is some of the biggest highlights for me. It's very brutalist, very distinct, and super memorable. If they sold these weapons as toys, my kids' rooms, they would be filled with these. However, it's actually not all sunshine and flowers in this demo. There are things that need polish, like some weapon effects can get a bit too heavy, which hurts the visibility in certain fights. There are also some collision moments in the environment that feel kinda rough, and it needs tuning, it needs refining, it needs a bit of polish. And audio is both a win and a work in progress in my book, because the music direction, it is great. It's heavy when combat kicks off, more atmospheric when it settles, but some weapon sounds, both yours and the enemies, are over-tuned right now. They can get too loud and occasionally crack, so the mix definitely needs some balancing. Even with that, the potential is super obvious, and we have to remember that this is a first demo version. Polish is to be expected out of indie releases just like this one. However, from just the tutorial and hub world alone, you can tell that there's a real care put into this game. The father-son setup, the robotic interactions, and the smaller environmental details all give the game personality. And visually, it looks so freaking awesome. It's very brutalist architectured, layered lighting, fog, smoke, and high detail environments that make you stop and just take in the view from time to time. And honestly, the level design is also a really strong part of the positives from what I played. It has that old school flow, key cards, locked doors, side routes, optional exploration without overcomplicating things. It is straightforward in a good way, but still packed with enough nooks and detours to stay interesting. Now in terms of the full release, this thing has me really excited. Tremen is positioned as a classic first-person shooter that mixes modern graphics with old-school gameplay, and you can clearly tell that from the demo, that's a no-brainer. It is also based on the graphic novels by Meatballs, and the full game is planned to include 24 Brutalist levels across 6 different environments, with around 20 enemy types, a full arsenal of 10 upgradable weapons, and an original heavy metal soundtrack by Closed Grip. And that information alone should get any first-person shooter fan excited. It sure gets my balls tingling at least. Ooh! So yeah, if the final release delivers on that scope with the same core feel as this demo, with some polish to it of course, this is bound to be a memorable piece of video game entertainment. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end, and thank you for tuning in at the very start of this video. You are bloody amazing. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, and I would really like it if you hit that like and subscribe as well, because it really means a lot to me. I put a lot of effort into this, and for me to keep on putting this much effort into it and finding these brutal, awesome first-person shooters for us to play, I need some motivation. So now, I leave the ball to you. I will see you in the next one. Over and out.